Hello everyone, welcome to Catherine's ESL classroom. In today's lesson, we are going to have a challenge quiz. Remember my class in regards to irregular verbs? Well, there is going to be a challenge quiz on that. But first, we will review it, so no worries, okay? So let's get started. So remember the regular verbs and the irregular verbs? So today is our challenge on this. So the irregular verbs is the change in vowel in past form. So some examples are drink and drank, give, gave, eat, ate, teach, taught, buy, bought. So did you notice everything here is present tense? And these are the past tense. Now these are all irregular, but just so you know, these are the regular verbs, and we will do this quiz challenge on another day. So get ready, get your pen and paper, and get your water, okay? Let's start. School begins in September. Now this is present tense. Now we're going to do the irregular verbs in the past tense. When did your English lesson blank yesterday? So what would be the past tense of begin? When did your English lesson blank yesterday? What did you get? When did your English lesson begin yesterday? There you go. We blank an hour late yesterday. We began an hour late yesterday, or we began an hour late yesterday, or we begun an hour late yesterday. Which one? Began. The lesson hasn't blanked yet. You're not late. So think of all the irregular words with the word begins. The lesson hasn't begun yet. You're not late. So this is like our good review quiz, okay? So the next ones, I want you to really think about it, okay? My mother makes delicious pizza. Last week, I blank my first pizza. Last week, I make my first pizza. What could it be? Maybe let's look at this one. Make you think about it a little bit further. Did you notice I used make? Make you think about it? It is the first time that I have ever blank pizza. Now, what would be the irregular of make? What are the possibilities? Let's look at the first one. Did you write it down? Did you think about it? Last week, I made my first pizza. What's this one? It is the first time that I have ever made pizza. So here we go. My mother makes delicious pizza. Last week, I made my first pizza. It wouldn't be last week, I make my first pizza. It's made. It is the first time that I have ever made pizza. It would not be, it is the first time that I have ever make pizza. So remember, these are made. Did you get that? I hope you did. Congratulations if you did. If not, no worries. We can just go back to the last session, classroom, on irregular verbs, okay? My English teacher teaches us grammar. Okay, this is which tense? Is this present tense or past tense? Teaches. Yes, it is present tense. Now let's look at some examples. What would this be? Yesterday, our teacher blank the past simple tense. I gave you a nice clue here. Here's another one. My teacher has blank English for 10 years. So think about what the irregular verb is on teaches. Yesterday, our teacher taught the past simple tense. Okay? Past simple tense, taught. My teacher has taught English for 10 years. Okay? So the past simple tense of teaches is taught because it was yesterday and 10 years. Okay? That happened in the past. Did you get it? Congratulations if you did. This was a tough one. You notice how you spell this? The GH is silent here. So this is T-A-U. A-U is ought, taught. Okay? Let's go to the next one. I always wear t-shirts in the summer. Have you blank jeans to school recently? Sophie blank a pretty pink dress to the party last Saturday. Okay, we're going to go through this again. So think about what tense this is. Is it past tense? Is it present tense? Or is it future tense? It is present tense. I always wear t-shirts in the summer. Now let's look at this one. What could the irregular verb be of wear in this sentence? Have you blank jeans to school recently? Remember, this is irregular, so it's not ed. Have you worn jeans to school recently? Worn. Okay? This is a tough one as well. W-O-R-N is worn. Let's repeat. Have you worn jeans to school recently? Now this is the past tense of wear. Sophie blank a pretty pink dress to the party last Saturday. What do you think it could be? Sophie wore a pretty pink dress to the party last Saturday. Here's another tough one. Now you're probably wondering, why is this worn and why is this wore? Well, think about it. Have you worn? Okay? Because we have worn. Okay? So that would be the past tense. But because we have, we can only say have worn. We wouldn't say have wore. We could say Sophie wore a pretty pink dress to the party last Saturday. Now these are both past tense, but remember we have. If we have or had, they would be had worn or have worn. Okay? So that's a little tricky here too. But did you get it? Congratulations for those who study so hard. I know you're doing awesome. Let's do the next one. We ride horses every Saturday. Okay, so now you know this is present tense. We ride horses every Saturday. Have you ever blanked a horse? No, but once I blanked a camel when I was in Egypt. So what could this be? What is the irregular verb in this sentence using ride? Have you ever blanked a horse? Have you ever ridden a horse? Here we go. Have ridden. Now let's look at this one. No, but once I blank a camel when I was in Egypt. What could it be? rode. No, but once I rode a camel when I was in Egypt. Okay? Again, these are tricky. So the thing about irregular verbs is you have to memorize them. So when you know there's ride and it's the past tense, that's the irregular here because there's no rule here. You just have to memorize. If you have or had and it's the past tense, you would say ridden, have ridden, had ridden. Now, if it's no have or had, then you can say I rode, she rode, he rode, they rode. Okay? Did you get it? No worries. You just pause and write them down, okay? Jonathan is a basketball player, okay? Now, what do you think the verb is? This is a tricky one. Jonathan is a basketball player. Jonathan is, remember, is. He has blank, a basketball player for 2 years. He blank on the school's basketball team last year and this year. Now, what would be the irregular verb of is in the past tense? Remember, 2 years, it happened 2 years ago. And we have this one, has. He has blank. This is tough. I'm wondering who else got it. Who has been a basketball player for 2 years? Okay, look at this one. He blank on the school's basketball team last year and this year. He was on the school's basketball team last year and this year. Did you get it? They were tough, right? Now, if this is too hard for you, you should go back to my classroom session on my irregular verbs, and then you come right back here and take your challenge quiz, and I bet you'll get it this time. But for those who have studied so hard, congratulations. Jaden speaks Spanish and English. Okay, the verb to speak. Jaden speaks Spanish and English. It wouldn't be Jaden speak, okay? Jaden speaks. Okay? Now, what would be the irregular verb for speaks in the past tense here? Or it could be the present tense. So you have to think about it. I didn't blank English last year. So this is last year, that's past tense. I didn't, what could it be? I didn't speak English last year. There you go. How long have you blank English? How long have you, what could it be? Did you get it? Spoken English. Here's the word here, have. Remember? How long have you spoken English? Here's another one. My brother blank to him in Spanish. My brother spoke to him in Spanish. Okay? Now, you're probably wondering, why isn't it say, I didn't spoke English last year? Well, in regards to English and irregular verbs, you do have to memorize them. You can say, I spoke English last year. But when you have the negative, you would say, and also you have did, because you would say, I did speak, or you wouldn't say I did spoke, because you have did or did not, or didn't. Remember, didn't is the contraction for did not. Okay? So, didn't speak, I didn't speak. It wouldn't be I didn't spoke. And have spoken. Okay? You do have to memorize them. So for those who got it, congratulations. I always put my keys on the table. Okay? What would be the irregular verbs for put? I always put my keys on the table. Where did I blank my keys? Where did I, see, very frustrated. Where did I put my keys? Okay? Here's the tricky one. Remember have. I have blank my keys in the bowl for ages. Now, this is an expression. For ages means for a long time. They've been doing it for a long time. I have put my keys in the bowl for ages. Now this one, who blank my keys in the fridge? Uh-oh. Who put my keys in the fridge? So put is easy. Everything is put, and put. So you never have to worry about this one. It's always the same. Congratulations for everyone who got it. Sophia wakes up at 7 o'clock. Sophia wakes up at 7 o'clock. Okay? You wouldn't say Sophia wakes at 7 o'clock. Now, you can say that, but in the English language, we use kind of this as an expression, wakes up. There are some people that do say Sophia wakes at 7 o'clock, but it's very common American English for us to say wakes up. Okay, you just have to memorize it. Last year, I blank up at 6:30. What could this be? What is the irregular for wakes up or wake? Last year, I woke up at 6:30 because it happened last year. Have you ever blanked up in the middle of the night? Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night? Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night? Now remember, you have the EN here. If you notice, you have. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night? What about this one? I didn't blank up during the thunderstorm. Did you? I didn't. What could it be? I didn't wake up during the thunderstorm. Did you? Okay, it wouldn't be I didn't woken up during the thunderstorm, did you? I did wake up or I didn't wake up. Okay, you gotta memorize them. So anytime you see have or had, there's usually an EN at the end, okay? When you have did or did not, you will probably use the present tense here because I didn't wake up during the thunderstorm, did you? Okay, it's during. So you have to think about, when is this happening? I know they're tough, but for the ones that got it, congratulations. The cat burglar stole the diamonds. The cat burglar stole the diamonds. Uh-oh. Now, cat burglar is just a phrase. We just kind of use this as an expression, okay? Now, you can also say the burglar stole the diamonds, but a lot of times in America, we use this as the cat burglar. Why did he blank the diamonds? Why did he, what could the irregular verb be for stole? Now remember, the cat burglar stole. You wouldn't say, well, what would you not say? Now, did they do it in the past? Did they do it in the present? So this tells you what time frame or when it actually happened. So think about it. The cat burglar stole the diamonds. So a good way to check it is, let's check these. Let's see if you get these right. Why did he blank the diamonds? Why did he steal the diamonds? Okay, so now you know Steal is present tense, and stole is the past tense. I did trick you there because everything else was pretty much in the present tense, and you only had to figure out if it was present or past. So those who got it, congratulations that you knew the challenge quiz. Let's do this one. He blanked the diamonds because he needed money. What would the irregular verb be? He stole the diamonds because he needed money. Now, remember, verb tenses must agree. Needed is the past tense, but this is a regular verb, has the ed at the end. So that's how you knew. In fact, he has just blanked the Marrakeshi diamond. What could this be? In fact, he has just stolen the Marrakeshi diamond. Now remember, you have the en at the end. Has, see? Has, have, or had, all have the en at the end. Did you get it? Congratulations if you did. These were a little tough. Every morning he swims in the sea. Every morning he swims in the sea. So is this past tense or present tense? Present. In 2019, he blanked 5 miles in an Ironman race. Now, how can you tell if this should be past tense or present tense? Because it happened in the past. We are in 2020. In 2019, he blank. What could it be? He swam. He swam 5 miles in an Ironman race. He has always blanked 2 miles every morning since he was 18 years old. Has, was. What could it be? Swum. Now this one didn't have an en at the end, okay? Has a um. I tricked you there. He has always swum 2 miles every morning since he was 18 years old. Okay, now most of you might be saying he has always been swimming 2 years every morning since he was 18 years old. You can say that, but if there's no been or have been, then you can't say ing at the end, okay? So has swum, he swam. You just have to memorize them. If you memorize them, then you'll remember them right away. She sells seashell by the seashore. Wow, that was a tough one. Look at all these S's. Let's repeat. She sells seashell by the seashore. Now say that faster. She sells seashell by the seashore. Wow, that was even tough for me. Let's do it one more time just for fun. She sells seashell by the seashore. Sometimes it helps if you sing it. Okay, let's do the first quiz. Can you get it? Last summer, she blanked seashells. Last summer, she sold seashells. Okay, so it happened in the past. Did she blank a lot of seashells? Did she sell a lot of seashells? Okay. She has blanked many seashells this year. She has sold many seashells this year. Remember, has. Okay. There's no en here. So this has to be memorized. Has sold, she sell. Did she sell a lot of seashells? Now you wouldn't say, did she sold, okay? So you have to remember, did, she did, okay? Because this is a question, we put did in front of she. Because of did, we have to say sell. She did sell. Did she sell, okay? Did you get it? These were tough. Mom buys us birthday presents every year. Mom buys us birthday presents every year. She has already blank my present. She has already bought my presents. My dad blanked me a computer game yesterday. My dad bought me a computer game yesterday. That wasn't too hard, was it? Has bought, dad bought. We write stories in school. This year I have blank 6 stories. This year I have written 6 stories. Did you blank about your family? Did you write about your family? My class blank stories about our pets. My class wrote stories about our pets. Does anyone notice a superstar here? We got Betty Boop and we got Piper. I feel, there's Betty Boop. She's barking because she heard, she's trying to be my alert dog. So don't worry about her. She's just protecting. I feel really frightened right now. Have you ever blank scared when you were watching a scary movie? Have you ever felt scared when you were watching a scary movie? Jaden blanked terrified when he thought he saw a ghost. Jaden felt terrified when he thought he saw a ghost. Ooh, okay. Feel, felt. Bees and jellyfish sting. Last summer, a bee blanked me on my finger and boy, did it hurt. Stung me. Okay, sting, stung. Has a jellyfish ever blanked you while you were swimming? Has a jellyfish ever stung you while you were swimming? If we win the basketball game, who blanked the NBA championship last year? Who won? Win, won. The Knicks have blank the championships in 1970 and 1973. Does anyone notice that the Knicks are the New York basketball team? They haven't won since 1970 and 1973. So have won, win, won. Peter leaves home at 8 o'clock. When did you blank for school yesterday? When did you leave for school yesterday? I blank at 7:30 and I was still late. I left at 7:30 and I was still late. Leave and left. Did leave. I left. Have you ever blanked the cinema before the end of the movie? Cinema is another name for movies. Did anyone catch the mistake on this page? Cinema is not school. Yep. I keep thinking there's school. Have you ever left the cinema before the end of the movie? Now we've got school, school, cinema, cinema. Have you ever left the cinema? When did you leave for school? Okay. Sometimes when we go to school, we need a break after school, so we go to the cinema. Do you? I know I do. It's fun. We take the ferry to the beach. What did you blank to Fire Island last summer? What did you take to Fire Island last summer? We have blank the Fire Island ferry every year for 10 summers. We have taken. In 2020, we blank the car to the beach. We took. the car to the beach. Okay? Now, even though we're in 2020, there's still a lot of past events, okay? We're almost done with the summer, but we can still go to the beach any time of year. Brian thinks he knows everything. How long have you blank your best friend? How long have you known, have known? Did you blank the answer to problem number 6? Did you know the answer to problem number 6? You did know, did you know? Okay? No one knew the answer to the problem on the test last week. No one knew the answer to that problem on the test last week. Sorry, I rushed you a little bit because I guess I thought you knew it. Well, congratulations if you got it. I'm so proud of you. Babies don't read books. Did you blank that book about pirates? Did you read that book about pirates? No, I haven't blanked a book for 2 months. Uh-oh. No, I haven't read. Read, read. Read, read. Remember my homographs, homonyms, and homophones? Gotta remember this. My mother blanked Babar the elephant when I was little. My mother read. Okay, this is an easy one. Read, I don't read. Did you read? I haven't read. My mother read. Okay, they sound different, but they're all spelt the same. Did you get it? Well done. Congratulations. This was so tough. Irregular verbs. Well, I hope you had a great test and a great challenge. Bye. Have a great day.